Tokyo.
Okay, Tokyo's fast.
Yes. I can do that in the state also.
Seoul is fast.
Yes.
Where is it the fastest in the world? Japan and South Korea?
Yeah. Australia to some extent,
Yeah.
but not enough users. So actually with the crowded user, Japan and Seoul is the top two.
You also now have this battle, this giant battle between operating systems, Android and Apple.
Yes.
Which is better?
Well, Apple is like a Ferrari, right?
It's like a Ferrari.
For high-end users, it's beautiful, it's good, right? And actually for many users also. Right. Android is more general, right? For many other countries who cannot afford a high-end product, Android is more variety, right? So both of them have a good features.
So one's not better than the other. It depends on what they can do for particular kinds of customers.
Right.
Yeah. Because Samsung is serious about this.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you think of Samsung?
Well, Samsung is a great company. Great company. Yeah. They're going to succeed. They're going to continue to grow up.
How did they do it?
Well, they have so many technology widths and depths, from semiconductor to the chip, the LCD displays, and all these things. They have total technology, so that, and they have a passion to make success.
Take me back to the dot-com bust. What happened to you?
Well, our share price went up and up, and one time I was for 3 days richer than Bill Gates.
Is that right?
Yeah.
For 3 days.
For 3 days.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. And Larry Ellison was actually for a couple of days richer than Bill Gates.
Oh, could be. Yeah.
Right. But you were there for 3 days.
Yeah. Our company.
Did you tell everybody when you were the richest man in the world?
I didn't. It was too short.
So, here I am. I'm the richest guy in the world.
Yeah. Before I said it, our share price went down. So
before you got a chance to tell them,
right.
It was over.
Yeah. So for 3 days we were $200 billion in market cap.
For 3 days, 200
billion
in market cap.
Yeah.
And then came the crash.
Right.
And what were you after the crash? At the bottom of the crash?
$2 billion.
$2 billion. So you went from 200 to 2.
Yeah, 99% down in 1 year.
99%. And your net worth went from what to what?
From $70 billion to $600 million.
Really?
Yeah.
And did you have any doubt that you could come back?
Well, I had a confidence. It's when it overshoot and overshoot down. So I had a confidence that someday it will normalize, because our number of users kept on growing, our profit kept on growing. So it's overreaction, either up or down. So it will normalize over time. That was my belief. And internet will continue to grow. So as long as internet users continue to grow, the traffic continue to grow, it will come back. That was my view.
Someone said to me the other day, Google is going to be the biggest company in the world. Mark my word. Are they right?
There's a good possibility for that. Good possibility for that. But, when IBM had such a glory, people said, IBM, that's it. And then when Microsoft had the glory,
they said, Microsoft.
Microsoft forever.
Yeah.
Now Google has that kind of position. But who knows, 30 years later, 30 years later, and 300 years later, what's going to happen?
You know what they call that, as you well know, disruptive technologies.
Yes. They are definitely disruptor, smart people, great engineers, and great vision. So they are one of the most capable company. That's
Google.
No question. Yes, Google, no question. And I have a high respect on them. But, as I said, technology evolves. And no one technology continues to grow 300 years.
Apple still has Tim Cook, Eddie Q, Johnny Ive, and others.
They are a great company also.
Hasn't changed.
No. great company.
And they were really running it while Steve was sick, too.
Yeah. They're a great company. Those two companies, high respect. Of course, Amazon and, Facebook.
Jeff Bezos is a little bit like you. He likes to get market share, doesn't he?
Right.
He's willing to cut prices to get market share.
Right. He's very smart. Very, very long-term view.
What did you think of the Facebook acquisition of WhatsApp?
Very smart move.
Really?
Very smart
So
move.
you would have paid $16 billion, too, if you had Facebook's 1.2 billion users.
Yes. I would have no a doubt for one moment. I would go straight.
What's your negotiating philosophy about things like this? If you can figure out if it's worth it, then get it.
Yeah.
And if you have to pay the top price and outbid everybody else,
Right.
if you can see the potential,
Exactly.
just do it.
Yeah. Because I'm looking at the future, not the past, not present. In 10 years, in 20 years, what can we do if we, get more power?
So here's what they say about you, too. They say not only that you want to be the wireless infrastructure and have the world's biggest carrier, but you also want to be in content.
Yeah, content, application, the service, those are the fruit and flowers on the basis of the platform. So we want to provide the platform, which is the infrastructure, and then we want to help grow those bunch of different flowers and fruits. That's our view. So it's like John Malone's cable
Broadband.
company with Liberty Media.
Video is really where the world is, too,
Yeah.
in terms of wireless.
Yes,
I mean, you can see everything, do everything
Right.
with enormous power now.
exactly.
It's not just the internet. You're interested in solar. You're interested in wind. You're looking at those as future technologies that will change the world.
Yeah, well, that was not my initial, interest at all. It came only because of the earthquake, in Japan,
Yeah.
3 years ago, and without electricity, the internet does not work. The communication
that's
does
true.
not work,
Yeah.
right? And all the Japanese people are suffering from
Yeah.
the shortage of electricity.
And what did you decide about nuclear as a result of that?
I don't believe nuclear is a long-term solution. I'm against.
You are.
That's why I'm trying to provide alternative solutions as a solar or wind
It's not just a business decision. You think it's in the best interest of Japan.
of the people for the Japan and for the world.
What do you think of your prime minister?
Well,
Mr.
he's a smart guy. I don't agree everything what he's doing.
What don't you agree?
Don't give me that position. I'm going to have a trouble back in Japan if I say comments on that kind of questions.
But you think he's too nationalistic.
Well, he can be much more, how do you say, balanced.
Balanced. Than he is.
Yeah.
You'd like to see him more balanced.
I hope he would have, at least people would see him in much more balance.
Yeah.
At least he's not perceived as a balanced situation. That is no good for him, no good for the country.
We live in a global world. But do differences in culture matter?
For me, internet is already connected worldwide, right? So the politics, the government divides the barriers between the countries. But in the digital world, there is no boundary. We can travel around the world in less than 1 second. Okay, so people can communicate each other, meet the face each other over the internet, instantaneously. So the world would be much more peace with peace when we, forget about all these frictions and so on.
What else are you interested in that I don't know about?
Well, to me, this digital revolution is the only thing that I put my life. This is the only thing that I'm so excited about. That mankind